Welcome children, welcome to your video yoga lesson. I hope everyone is doing well out there. I'm feeling okay today, so nice to come and practice again together. We're going to come and do some more warm-ups, our sun salutation, and today we're going to look at some poses with a little bit of a focus on our feet. So let's come and start with our seated centering. Today I brought along a blanket, so when we're coming to sit cross-legged or kneeling, it can be nice to have the blanket just as a soft padding. Also, if we're sitting cross-legged, having the blanket underneath us can gently lift and tilt the pelvis slightly, which can give a little bit more support to the lower back. So just notice, maybe if you want to get a blanket or a pillow, and see how that feels to come and sit with some support under the sitting bones. And then we're going to come to gently close our eyes, letting the hands rest, the knees and the lap, wherever they feel comfortable to rest. We're going to come to notice how we're feeling. Notice the physical sensations in the body, the weight of the sit bones, the lengthening of the spine, the head, sensations of the hands resting wherever they're resting on the body, and the breath as it moves in and out the body. Coming to quieten down and just taking a moment of peacefulness and stillness. If the mind is busy, that's fine. Our minds are often busy, full of thoughts. Just allowing that to be there. Don't need to push anything away or get rid of anything. We're just noticing what is there. So if you've got lots of thoughts coming up, maybe you can just notice what thoughts are coming up. Just see if you can observe them without going into the story. Come and breathe with the chime. So you can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. I'm going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. If you've still got your eyes open, you can come to, if you've still got your eyes closed, you can come to gently open them now. And just come to notice how you feel after a very short centering. Sometimes it can really shift something. We can just notice that shift between busyness and stillness. We can kind of just feel that in the body and in the mind. Okay, well let's come to start with some warm-ups. Today I think we're going to do some seated warm-ups. If you've got a pillow under your seat, you can come and move that away. And today, because we're going to focus on the feet, we're going to come and give the feet a little bit of a massage as part of our warm-up. And we can have both feet in front of us, so it's a bit like we're coming into our butterfly position. And we've got the feet a little bit open like a book, and you can just use your thumbs to massage into the soles of your feet. And then the other fingers are kind of over the tops of the feet, also giving a massage. So the whole of our feet are really quite a complex engineering design, or a brilliant engineering design, because they are designed and are able to carry the whole weight of our body all day long. There's a kind of we've got about a quarter of all the muscles and bones, muscles and bones and joints are in the feet. So there's a lot going on in the feet, and they also have a lot of nerve endings. So there's loads of neural nerve endings in the feet. So lots of information. The feet process lots of information when they're able to. So often though our feet are in shoes, let's come and see if we can give the toes a little bit of a squeeze, and then we're going to come and try a toe spacing exercise. So often our feet are in shoes and they get a bit squashed in our shoes, but of course when we live in cities we have to wear shoes, but if we can come and give our feet a little bit of stimulation when they're not in shoes. So if you've got socks on at the moment, best to take them off, because obviously you can't put your fingers in between your toes if you've got your socks on. And it might feel a little bit strange and almost even a little bit painful to try and get your fingers in between your toes. You might not be able to get them that far down, so just working with where you're able to be today. But there is actually, if you kind of practice this every day, you will be able to get your fingers further in between your toes, creating space. And we can come and gently circle around here. So there's lots of little bones that make up the foot, and when we're circling this way, we're just kind of oiling, getting into those joints in the foot a little bit. And then we can come and see if we can squeeze the fingers with the toes, squeeze the toes with the fingers, squeeze the fingers with the toes, squeeze the toes with the fingers. And then just coming to release that, we can just put one foot down in front and the other foot next to it and just notice the difference. So sometimes it can be really good to pause in between and see, oh, that foot feels quite a lot more spacious than this one. So let's come and give the other foot a little bit of attention as well with the spacing. So again, we can lift the foot up, rest it on the other leg as we come to bring the fingers in between. I've been doing this quite a lot, which is why I can quite easily get my fingers in between now. I couldn't when I first started. So again, we're coming to circle around the feet. And you know, the feet are just a really important part of our body that we often overlook, because you know, they're just there and they do their job, and until often, as is often with our body, until something hurts or breaks, we don't tend to notice it that much. And this is really when we're practicing yoga, what we're doing, we're coming to really notice the whole of the body. And we're coming to notice how it feels. And we're coming to kind of cultivate that awareness of the body, so that we have that awareness, so that when the body gives us messages and communicates with us, we hear. And let's come and just let that foot come down. The body has a lot of intelligence, and although it can't talk, the body communicates in sensations, so we have to notice those sensations, and often we're a bit busy in our minds and we just don't notice the sensations. Okay, so let's come, we've moved on the feet, let's come and massage a little bit up the legs. And squeeze on the inner legs, and we'll come and put come into cross-legged, and we'll just come to do some circling, where we're coming to warm up around the lower back. So circling around. How does that feel today? How does my lower back feel? We might all have been doing a little bit more sitting than we usually do, because we can't go out as much. So just tuning in. And then let's come to bring one hand down to the side, one arm over, and we're coming into the side body a little bit here. And we're going to go over to the other side. And coming back. And coming the other way. And then bringing that arm back. We're going to come and bring the arms in front. And from here, we're going to come and find a little bit of a kind of snaking movement in the spine. So imagine that your spine is moving a little bit from side to side like a snake, and remember your spine goes all the way up to the base of your skull, which is actually quite high. So your head and neck can come and be involved in this movement as well. You can maybe walk the hands a little bit further forward. Again, only as far as feels good in your body. Your hands may be quite far up, that's fine. So I kind of know that the spine goes up to the base of the skull, but the base of the skull is actually quite high. So the spine comes up to about here. And apparently, not that anyone should try this, because obviously there's stuff in front of it and it wouldn't be good. But if you put your hands, if you put your finger into the back of your throat, you'd be able to touch the front of your spine. So there we go, that's how high up it is. Okay, let's come and do a little bit of an all fours warm up. And so this is quite nice on our all fours, because we can tuck our toes under And we can do some movements for our back and for our arms. And whilst we're moving, we're also kind of warming up the feet. So we're going to come and circle through the arms just by letting the hips come backwards, and we're circling an arm around. So we're kind of getting some movement in the feet, in the spine, and in the arm. And let's come and put that back and do the other side. So just, and one more big circle. And then coming here, and we're going to come to maybe untuck the toes for the moment, and we're going to come and do our cat-cow. So for our cow pose, we're lifting the tailbone, we're looking forward, allowing the belly to drop. Have a little bend in the elbows as the heels of the hands gently pull back. Breathing out, we're coming to our cat, where we're pushing, arching the back, bringing the chin, the pelvis together. We can go backwards and forwards, feeling the front and the body and the back of the body, engaging and noticing the movement through the whole of the spine. And then coming to a neutral spine, where we're in between the two positions, we're going to tuck the toes under again, and we're just going to bring the hands back towards the toes. And you might, it might feel a bit intense. You might be able to come and bring your hands all the way up to the thighs, and that might feel fine, stretching through the toes and the soles of the feet. If it doesn't feel fine, you can always just bring your hands a little bit further forward, so you're taking a bit of pressure off the feet. Okay, so we don't ever want to push that we're hurting our body. We always can take it slowly and go gradually, build things up. Okay, and from here, we're going to now take the tops of our feet down, and we're just going to come to lift up the knees a little bit, just to stimulate through the tops of the feet, fronts of the ankles there. Okay. And then let's come to this kneeling position now. We're kneeling. This is our seated mountain. Got our hands on our knees. And we're just going to come into our neck a little bit. So let's let one ear come down to the shoulder, and we're going to come do that half circle over to the other side. So remember, our neck is often, we hold a lot of tension in our neck often. Can get a little bit tight, the muscles around the neck, the trapezius particularly. One more time to the other side. Coming up, we're going to look over one shoulder, slowly to the other way, back to the center, looking up and looking down. Okay. So from here, we're going to come to find our standing position. So actually, let's see, how are we going to come up to standing today? Let's come back onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to walk the hands back, and we're going to come up into our squat. So this is very good for our ankles, our knees, and our hip joints. Getting some movement and some strength in all of those joints. And then from here, from our squat, we're going to challenge ourselves and see if we can take a balance, and then see if we can come all the way up to standing. Excellent. So coming to stand, notice how the body feels in your mountain pose. And we're going to come and do our sun salutation. So let's come to the top of the mat. Although remember, you don't need a mat to be practicing yoga. You can just do this on the carpet. So just coming to a space where you have enough space behind you to step back. Breathing in, breathing out, bringing the hands in front of your heart center, the center of your chest, the center of the breastbone. Breathing in, bringing the arms up. Breathing out, the hands coming down through the midline. Bending the knees as much as you need to bring the hands on either side of the feet. Breathing in, we're stepping back with the right foot. Retaining the breath, holding the breath, and stepping back into our plank. We're going to breathe out, drop the knees, lower all the way down. Breathing in, coming into a baby cobra. So keeping the tops of the feet connected. Breathing out, we're coming back to our child pose, into our downward dog. Breathing in, we're stepping forward with the right foot, and breathing out the left. Breathing in, coming all the way up, and breathing out, hands in front of the heart. We're going to come to do the other side. That was half a sun salutation. Our right side. Breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, stepping back with the left foot. Holding the breath as you come into your plank, nice and strong. Shoulders above the wrists. Breathing out, knees down, rolling down through the body. Breathing in, gentle lift into our cobra. Breathing out, coming back through our child pose into our downward dog. Breathing in, stepping forward with the left foot and then the right foot to meet. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming to notice how you feel. Just taking a moment, noticing how the body feels. Okay, maybe you can feel the heart beating a little bit, maybe a little bit more warmth in your body. As the videos proceed, we may just come to do a few more sun salutations in a row, but we're just going to leave it with one for today. And we're going to come and move again a little bit into our feet. So let's come into our forwards and backwards, heel, rocking from our heel to our toe. And then we're going to come do a bit of heel-toe walking just to give some stimulus to the feet. So coming backwards a little bit, we're going to walk along on our heels. Let's see how that feels. And then we're going to walk backwards on our toes. Then we're going to walk backwards on our heels. Oh, it's a bit harder for me. And then we're going to come forwards on our toes. Okay, and then we're going to come just to find a balancing pose. So this is a balancing pose that most of you know. If you've practiced yoga with me before, it's our tree pose. And so our feet are really quite key in this. Well, the whole body is. The thing is, we can't really separate the body, even though we're bringing our focus to the feet. Obviously, the whole body is involved in every kind of pose we do. But yeah, we can really bring some awareness to the feet in the tree. So we can just choose one leg to be our standing leg. I can mirror you, so your right leg is going to be your standing leg. So just allowing the right foot to connect down, taking the weight into the right foot, so you sort of lift your left. The left heel and sole of the foot can just rest against the right ankle there. And we can just start to engage that right leg. So the right leg isn't just hanging out there, there's a kind of engagement. So feeling the muscles in the right leg switching on. Feeling the foot, the right foot, kind of really maybe spreading the toes. It can be kind of interesting to visualize or imagine roots going down through your foot into the ground. You can bring the hands again in front of the chest. And we can just stay here with the heels down. Now if you want to come and see if you can find your balance, we can draw the foot up to the calf. Remember, you can always bring it down, and you can always use a wall to hold onto if you're exploring the balance and finding it a little bit tricky at first. Another good tip can be to find something to focus on. The wall opposite you or on the floor, just a little bit in front of you that's not moving, that can help you find your balance. We're going to really kind of push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Now you can come to the calf. We don't want to come to the knee, so this is the place where we don't want to be pushing into the knee joint. And also come up to the thigh. So we've got three options. We've got the thigh, the calf, or the ankle. All of them are fine. From here we're going to breathe in. We're going to bring the arms up. And breathing out, let's come to lower the foot down. And just give the standing leg a bit of a shake out. Ooh, quite hard work. It was working quite hard there. So let's come to do the other side. So let's just come to place the weight into the left leg, the left foot, spreading the toes on the left foot and just feeling the leg engage. Maybe again sending those roots down through the sole of your foot down into the earth. Finding the right foot just leaning against the left ankle there. And then again, if you want to, you can draw that foot up, keep down, and remember it might feel really different on this side. So quite often when we do the other side, one side you might be much more balanced on, and one side a little bit more wobbly. Just coming to notice. Again, you can draw the foot up to the thigh if you want to try that. Again, when we've got the foot in the thigh, we're kind of engaging, we're pressing the leg into the foot and the foot into the leg. So we're creating this kind of strength. And we can also come to bring our arms up and down, opening our branches. We can also come to have a little bit of movement in our balance. See how that is. And then we're just going to allow the foot to come down. Just come to notice, shaking the leg out. Notice how that feels. Okay, and then let's come and take the feet a little bit wider. We're going to come, we came up through our squat, we're going to come down through our squat too. So let's come and bring our arms up. And let's see if we can come all the way down. And we're going to come and find our squatting position. We're going to come to do a couple of little jumps from side to side. So I call these gorillas. So they're like little gorilla hops. So we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to kind of go diagonally with the hands, and then we're going to push down into the floor, lifting up the feet. We're going to come all the way along, maybe a couple of jumps. We can start to feel what has to work in the body. We're feeling the feet connecting down, maybe one more jump, and just noticing how the body feels after that. Let's come to see if we can take our hands behind us, bring ourselves down to sitting, and we'll come down to an L-shaped sitting for a moment, and give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Massaging them out, maybe a little bit of tapping. Okay, so we're going to start to lower down for our rest now. So remember, you can grab a blanket, you can go and grab a pillow, or if you want to have a, sometimes we've rested with toys on our belly so that when we're breathing we can feel the toys on our belly. So now going to get whatever you need for your rest. You can pause me, and then we're going to come and lower ourselves down with our rope. Before we come into our rest, we're going to come to find our lying down twist. So we're going to just bring our arms out into a T if you've got space. If you haven't got space, you can have them bent into kind of cactus arms. And we're just going to let both the knees come down to one side, the head going to the other. And just starting to allow the body to release any tension. So when we're tensed, the muscles are working hard. When we're not tense, we're just letting go. So noticing if you can relax the muscles in your body, release the tension, coming back to the center, going over to the other side. Releasing any tension, maybe in the palms of the hands, in the face. Bringing the knees back up and just allowing the legs to come out, arms to come down by your side. Again, come and find our resting pose. So our Shavasana. Gently closing the eyes if you're comfortable to do so. And just allowing the body to come to a still place. Today we're going to do a little visualization. So visualizations can sometimes help us relax when we can visualize a nice place, often in nature or something like that, that we can find relaxing and restful. So today we're going to open our mind's eye, our imagination. We're just going to imagine that we're on a beach. Just sensing and feeling the soft, warm sand underneath your feet. as you walk next to the sea. You can hear the waves lapping against the shore. Feel the warm sun on your skin and a gentle, pleasant breeze blowing through your hair. Just enjoying all the sounds and the smells of the beach as you walk along the shore. And then you come upon a rock on the beach, quite a large rock, a rock that's quite smooth and flat and just actually perfect for you to come and sit or lie on. The rock is all nice and warm from the sun. And you just come to sit on the rock or lie on the rock, watching the waves as they move in and out. Enjoying whatever sights you may see. Maybe you can see some boats in the ocean or some surfers. Maybe there are people on your beach. Maybe the beach is empty. This is your rest time, so you can create what you would like. Just enjoying your restful beach time. Gently bringing yourself back from the beach and the sea, back into your body. Maybe coming to gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can stretch the arms behind us, making the body nice and long, bringing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. Sending a bit of love to yourself, to your body. I love myself, I love my body. Gratitude. And then bringing the feet down, flat onto the mat. Let the knees fall over to the side. Use your top arm to come and lift you up, and we'll come and finish with one breath from our breathing bowl together. So let's all come and breathe together with the big breathing bowl. So breathing in and breathing out. Brilliant. Okay, let's bring our hands in front of our heart centers, bowing our heads to our hearts, bowing to each other. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for coming and practicing, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, bye.